Shut up, you little. God, I hate these. It's the way they talk and act. It's so fake. Do you see what these texts do? People, welcome to the Satanic Bucket course. Now, we have some work to do tonight. And I want to tell you by starting. Did you have some? I want to just start out by telling you I realized today our significance and why this is so important what we're doing. Let's go to some of the introduction to the Hansen and Quinn text, and let's see what led up to it. I was privileged to be able to take the form that they created and made national. They had two centers, one on the West Coast and one on the East. I went to the West Coast, and that training center was Berkeley. And that's where the classicists did the real classicisting. It was wonderful. Yeah. People, just relax. By the way, just grab whatever you're going to grab, right? Because now we're in class, right? You're seeing me. You're seeing me, right, for exactly what I am. People, this is gorgeous. Bring up a text, Chewy. We can still know where. We'll bring it. No, not unit one. Stop. People, you gotta go back to no, don't go anywhere, people. Just stay with me. Stay with me. This is from your Hansen and Quinn text, correct? Right, Hardy Hansen, right? Gerald Quinn. Well done, gents. Well done. Right? New York. Look at that. Love it. Okay. Whoops. Did it do that for them too, or just us? Okay. Subjunctive, dative, accusative, vocative. We've got genders. Look, we got three genders, people: masculine, feminine, and neuter. Isn't that fantastic? Singular, dual, and plural for numbers. Right? These are all. I don't want to drag you down too far into the mire, right? But I want you people to think about how to use a text and to listen to what the authors, put together for you. Users, the preliminary edition of this text, we trust by some major improvement. Oh God, we don't care about that. Shut up. Bring us okay. Listen to the reasoning and the science, right? Although the text was written, it's almost like they're experimenting on you. Don't you love it? We are, right? Every teacher is doing that because they're developing new courses. University professors, if they're worth their weight, can both teach and research, right? Some can only teach good and some can only research good, right? Hino talks so good. It's all well. People, look what happens. We experiment on you as students because you're trying to bring the best classroom you can to your students. There's a respect there. You understand? There's an art. Now, people, I want you to listen how scientific this is and just realize who you are and why you're interested in this. Blow it up. Although this text was written for use in the Intensive Summer Greek Institute of the City University of New York, the experience of the last decade has shown that it can be used successfully in a wide variety of regularly paced courses. Wait a minute, what? I'm telling you, they developed a way of teaching basic boot camp Greek for classical philologists. This is people with higher people that are going to go all the way to the level of black belt. We present the grammar in such a way as to enable students to grasp the whole morphological and syntactical systems as soon as possible. Wait, what? What are they going to do to me? Listen, George, just take it. Okay. Morphological and syntactical. Oh, God, does that hurt? I'm going to learn what those mean, right? Exactly. All principal parts of all verbs. Listen to how crisp this is. This is the Marine Corps, right? All principal parts of all verbs are learned as soon as the verb is encountered. Do you know how crazy that is? That's crazy. Nobody does that. Nobody does that. Nobody forces you from a university classics program. Nobody forces you to learn all the principal parts of the verb the first time you see it. You're responsible for those. There's a chart in the back. Wow, what a workout, right? This is the intensive method. It lays the foundation so you can be very, very strong. Do you understand? Oh, my students, I love it. We have the biggest Greek course ever. We have the largest ancient Greek course in the history of humanity. Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, they taught in smaller units in ancient Greek. Yeah, of course. Right. Because they got to teach them not only what they call the poetry of the Greek, that's what I'm teaching you, but they got to also teach them music and they got to wrestle, dude. Oh my God, Chewy, should we tell them what we saw today? I'm, it, I saw people, I just want to say it in one sentence. I saw on YouTube a 12-year-old weightlifting world champion who can lift far more weight than I could even fathom of lifting. There's got to be some kind of middle road or something. Could I have just taken the middle road? Oh my God. Right? Fantastic. That's fantastic. Now, I guarantee you there won't be, people won't be able to take advantage of this weightlifting champion. Right? No, 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 no. These are the ways of the Amazonian tribes. These are their ways. Where did this come from? Did we capture this through Semiramis? Ah, people, what's in your body? It's fantastic. What? Yes, of course. Go ahead. Bring up Athena. Perfect. People, I want you to contemplate the fact that the place that we stand and fumigate ourselves and worship the Virgin is the place we worship. She of all skill, she of all artistic skill. Do you understand? You knew that we had to worship the gods here. You knew that we did. In defiance of the monist plague. What about her? What about the mistress of the art? Oh, God. Oh, 12 years old. I was afraid of her. They said when Athena shook her spear that it caused all of the other Olympians to pee themselves just a little bit. Right? No, they say this in the text. Even Mars. Right? Even Ares, people. What happened? Ares just looks like Jesus. I'm so confused. I'm so confused, people. image and music and drugs, people. Image, music, and drugs. But it can't be any. I'm telling you, look, it can't be like a half, ass attempt to do this. It's got to be something. Where are the scientists? Where's the technical skill, people? Look at all this gorgeous Greek with all its technical beauty, right? And we don't even see it for what it is because that Greek is not cash to us. It's not cash. I saw a YouTuber this week. I saw a YouTuber this week post all of his earnings. You see, there was an issue. He was tired of sitting there watching people send him a few bucks after, in his words, working a straight 9 to 5 day by day shift. Do you understand? Poor people. These are your neighbors. Anyway, he didn't feel like taking money from people like this anymore. So he cut it off. Oh, did people feel? Yeah, put his name up there. Did people see what happened? He cut it off. Now, then he posted exactly how much. He wanted people to see, look, he's made a lot of money. He doesn't want to continue. He's fine, right? He doesn't want to sell. He doesn't want you to take from you, just to take from you. Do you know what our earnings are here at Lady Babylon? There's zero. There's zero. Do you know why? Because we are here for the art. And the devil said that's the way it's got to be. He's pretty straight up. You know what I mean? He's got rules, people, rules and regulations. Go back to the textbook. Let's see how else we can experiment on students. Oh, God. People, what I have put people through is a tried and true system for taking a person off the street and making in them a classical Marine. Do you understand? And how do we do that? It's fun. I just get to expose you to the fire and throw you into it, and you'll burn. Now, people, don't get sheepish. Don't get sheepish. It's going to be painful, but it's the good kind of pain. It's that stretching pain, you know what I mean? It's that growing pain. It's that pain of the breaking down that results in the building up. Oh, God. Let's see what these sick professors have come up with. It's glorious. I don't even have. Where'd my glasses go? I think they're over there. No. No, could you grab them too? Okay, people, in the Greek Institute. Wait, what was that? Look, I don't want. It's especially important. We present the grammar in such a way as to enable students to grasp. What, by the way, people, what did you see me just do? You just saw me read a paragraph backwards. I forgot to tell you. I have been doing this on the advice of Satan for a while. And let me tell you something, it's an special way of reading. You mean you can read backwards? People try it sometime. Try it. Bring it up. Bring it up. Let's see what they say. Put it in normal. We present the grammar in such a way as to enable students to grasp whole morphological syntactical systems. All principal parts of all verbs are learned as soon as the verb is encountered. And by Unit 8, the student has acquired the complete conjugation of the thematic verb. Right? You may not even know what the hell does that mean. All right. Well, at least that's a state of progress, right? Except for the imperative mood. They were a little stingy on that one. It is especially important that the subjunctive and optative are introduced early. Do you understand? These people right? They know what to do for you. You mean they were injecting me with an optative early? Yep, got to expose you to that. How do you think we get the antidote? Right? Oh, God. It- It's starting to become uncomfortable because now you're captive. You realize you're a captive, right? Right? I love it. I love it. What else are we going to inject them with? Bring it up, Chewy. In the Greek Institute, don't you love the sound of that? In the Greek Institute, each unit is presented in a 2-hour afternoon session. People, listen to this. It's very step by step, man. A 2-hour afternoon session during which the students practice the material they're learning by doing some of the drills of the unit. These drills focus on the points of morphology and syntax, which are new, but except where necessary, they do not employ any of the new vocabulary, right? So they do this to keep you going, right? Thus, students can immediately practice new morphology and syntax with familiar words. You see how we build your vocabulary? Now, take it down for a second, too. Do you want to know what this is partially in response to? This is partially in response to a population of people with not many brain cells, not many, who came along and said, no, no, no. Techniques like this for teaching Greek are no good. No, no, what we need, because they were smart, or at least they thought they were. And they thought that, more than 1,000 years of teaching a method was not, was insufficient. So they created a new system to teach ancient Greek, right? More of a system where we play little word games and look at stuff and throw a random text at you and dance and prance around it. That doesn't work. And they found out that it doesn't work because the very next generation of classicists that came along is the generation that is killing classical philology. Like you don't have to take at Princeton, right? Because it's too hard. They recognize that at Princeton, it's too fucking hard, right? Imagine that for a minute, right? Princeton. Wait a minute. Princeton Press is full of great publications, and you don't have a Greek program because it's too hard? Oh, weaklings. Right? I told you people, there's people who come in when the mortality is being burned off and they say, you know what, I don't, it's too shocking. It's too painful. Ouch. We're going to teach you all the forms of the verb, right? All of its principal parts. You have to know that. You don't have to know that in other programs. And people, if you think I'm kidding, I have tutored so many people in the last few years. I've since the plague, I have tutored so many people who were actually in programs, right? So I can tell you what you know and what you don't know. And the intensive method of teaching ancient Greek is not it's not being widely employed, unfortunately. Right now, when I came through it, we went through these classes exactly as it says, with so much per session, 5 days a week, right, for 10 weeks. And we covered all 20 units. I'll be covering this a unit at a time. Today is unit 1, but I want you to focus on a few things. People are going to be like, oh, God, this is going to drag out, right? No, it's absolutely not. Keep going. I want to blow it up. We strongly urge instructors of regularly paced courses to use these drills orally as the new material is being presented before the students go home to master it. We indicate in the text of the first 10 units where the drills can appropriately be done. In the Greek Institute, these drills add liveliness. Look, now it's a little bit creepy. Like, what are you watching your students? Like how lively they are. People, what if I could comment on what you were doing right now? Right? Like, look at her. What is she doing? Have you ever? That's not how you toss a pan of noodles. Stop doing that. right? Uh, it's okay. I don't need to see it. Liveliness to the grammar presentations and give the students self confidence. Look at that, people. It gives you self confidence. Look at the psychology of these maniacal bastards. Who needs self confidence? The satanic congregation needs self confidence. Okay. I just want to say one more thing. During the summer, each unit requires about 4 hours for the presentation of the material and the doing of the exercises. Now, that time you and I are not going to have, right? We're not going to have it. So, what am I doing? I am adapting the intensive Greek course, this method of teaching. I'm adapting it for YouTube, and I am doing it in just a few episodes, right? Concentrated. You can come back to these. You can come back to these fantastic people, or you can put me on times two and try to do it really fast. It's up to you. Now, look, people, the pronunciation suggested in the text is that used most frequently in the United States? What? Others may want to use the pronunciation reconstructed by modern philology. They need only explain their system to their students when they present the alphabet and the accents, right? So, this is what the Institute gave us, and I am now giving it back to you. Thank you, Hanson and Quinn. What a couple of scientists, you know what I mean? What a couple of scientists. Go ahead and take it down. People, you see what's going on. A lot of people like to say on YouTube, they like to say, oh, you don't need a training. You can go out there and I can say stuff about texts from antiquity that I've never read. Why? Oh, I can dig up a translation, right? I can read some academic papers, couple here, couple there. I can find them and read them. I can do this. No, 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 you can't. This requires training. Oh, God. This requires training. Here it is. It's empty. I'm so sad. Chewy, could you get me some water? People, this is training that you're seeing. What I'm providing for you is the exposure that will allow you on your own to put yourself through the training. Tonight, you're forming an appreciation. You're forming an appreciation for what has gone in to the method of teaching you and the presentation of the information. This is ancient Greek we're concerned with. This is not Spanish, Polish, French, Dutch. Doesn't matter. It's all in Chinese. Yeah, no, it's not. No, it's ancient Greek, and you're going to find out why people used to say, "Oh, well, it's all Greek to me," because of how advanced Mother Greek was. I'm going to have to cause your mind to go places, bend and twist. You know what I mean? Bend and twist. Oh, God, it makes me so intellectually primed. Let's go to the intro. I just want to look at a couple points in the intro, people, because you got to hear all your units. Yay, we're looking at number 1 today. But I want to start with the intro, and I want you people to see, oh God, right? Ancient Greek belongs to a large family of languages, which includes English, Russian, Latin. Oh God, are they going to say it? Yes, they are. They're going to say Indo-European. People, I want you to remember FIE, right? FIE, fuck Indo-European. I didn't come here to study an imaginary bullshit language. I came here to study Greek, so teach me Greek, asshole. Thank you, I will. The history of Greek extends back from modern times to the 2nd millennium BC. People, did you hear that? Not only is Mother Greek the most advanced language the earth has ever seen, she is also the most consistently gorgeous. second millennium BC. And the language is written in different locales and in different ages varies. Do you understand that, people? How did it vary? How did it vary in 2000 BC? Right? In 1500, people, it looked like Mycenaean. Do you understand? Didn't look like it, it was. Different expressions. Oh, God. You've got to see what's behind. When you look at her, you've got to see what is under the surface. You've got to see what's behind the beauty, the organization. Do you understand? Oh, fantastic. Bring back the text. Bring back the text. What does he say? This book presents Attic Greek, the dialect of Athens. People, I told you, Athena, right? We can't highlight it, can we? Athena. People, look, it's all about Athena. As it appears in prose authors of the 5th and 4th centuries BC, the Greek of Plato, Lysias, Xenophon, etc. Okay, people? And what are they doing? They're picking out all the rock stars, right? They're picking out all the rock stars, and they're saying these are the movers and shakers who are writing that beautiful Attic Greek that's the purest of the pure. Why do I say that? Because this pure maiden produced, laid the foundation, right, for reading the poetry of Attic tragedy and comedy. Look what she produced. Tragedy, people. Where does tragedy come from? It's a Greek word. Who made you tragedy? Was that a German invention? No, I don't think it was. Was it a Roman invention? Absolutely not. Hot Roman bastards? Nope. It wasn't. Well, where'd it come from, people? Did it come from? I'm serious. Did it come from the South Pole? Was it the South Polians who gave it to us? No. Was it the Brits? No, 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 no. Yeah, you don't want to know what they were doing when the Greeks were creating tragedy. Mother Greek created tragedy. Now there are other children of Mother Greek, like comedy. People who couldn't a different language have created these beautiful forms of art? And the answer is no. If they could, they would. But they didn't. So they don't. Do you understand? Oh, it's cracking the code. Right? Look what it is. Now, people, I want to emphasize something. When I say Mother Greek, you think Greek ethnically, right? Ethnically. You think Greek. No, no. There are all sorts of different ethnicities that are Greek speakers, all sorts of them. All sorts, right? One of our favorites is Lucian. Lucian, people. Lucian's Syrian. Do you understand? But Lucian has Greek. He has the freedom of the song. He is no longer a barbarian. Do you want to know what those bog trotting Brits were doing? Wasn't this? You can't play mud. Doesn't make a sound. It's a bog, I told you. Bar, bar, bar. Go out and get the sticks, Wilma. Love it. Greek. Give me the text. People, I want to show you. Also, they're developed out of Attic Greek, the later Koine, or common dialect. Remember how I told you Koine is the Attic Koine? There are other forms of Koine, right? It just means the commonization of your language. You mean they have terms They understood. They understood. Take it out. They understood the life of a language with their art. Yes, because they had Mother Greek. Tragedy, comedy, history. Where do you think all of this stuff comes from? Where do you think the first botany is? What kind of word do you think botany is? Would you be surprised if I told you it was Greek? Botany. Do you see how absurd it is, people? When people from seminaries propose that Greek is deriving its vocabulary from Hebrew, it's absurd. Some of these translations will say, oh, this is in the common spoken language, Aramaic. They'll translate Aramaic, and then they'll translate Hebrew. Right? And you hear those expressions. Oh, in Bible times, and if you can say it with a little bit of fucking ooze of sickening, syruping bullshit. Yeah. In Bible times. You have no idea. You have no idea what you're talking about. And the people you're misleading, their souls belong to me. Ah, fantastic. Satanic Bacchic chorus, people. Didn't they expect it? Oh, God. Nobody saw Jesus for who's. Give me the most accurate picture of Jesus that's ever been produced. Go ahead. Yeah. Yeah. There it is, people. There it is. Blessed are the eunuchs for the sake of the kingdom of heaven. Do you understand? What am I doing with that tragic mask? Do you understand? This is the craft of the Magoi. This man is one of the Christs. Ah. Oh, I told you, don't let him run the kids. I told you, right? Boom, put out an APB on that. It's just not going to work, right? You've got to enforce. Otherwise, it's sloppy. Your technique has to be perfect. Give me back some text. People, let's keep crawling. Let's keep crawling. Oh, God. Remember? And what did the people come on and say? They said, oh, he doesn't know Koine because he does classical Greek. Do you see how incredibly just it's untrained people. They have a devastating untraining. Yes. Shall we say it that? People, let me pull out my muchness. Look at these letters. Alpha, beta. Just look at the English people for a minute. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda, mu, nuc, c, omicron, p, rho, sigma, tau, upsilon, phi, hep, z, omega. All right? Nice. Nice. Consonants and vowels. Consonants and vowels. I thought you said tonight was about music. It is. This is the Greek alphabet. Do you understand me? And it is the alphabet of music. You will find within it the 7 stars. The 7 stars. If you are to be dragons, you will guard those songs. Do you understand? Oh, where's the lightning? It's waiting to be released. It's waiting to be released. Where are no, make me small and bring the same picture. People, that lightning is in the string. It's in the string. I've been showing you bits of anthropology. I've been showing you bits of reality. The power is in the string. The creation is harmonic. Do you understand? She brought us this power. And that's why we are Typhon. We are the one who sleeps with echidna. Ah, we are the storm. We are the storm. Do you hear the Greg? Do you hear the Greg? I'm warning you. I'm warning you right now. Jump off right now. You know, you feel, some of you out there, you feel the impulse to run because you know you can feel the satanic power here. You can feel it. Yeah, welcome. Welcome. Fantastic. Run away if you're going to run away because now is the time. You've already left your psychic fingerprints here for me to find you in a place of sleep and oblivion. Oh, God. It's lovely. Don't you love the power of the Logos? Give me the alphabet back. People, I want you to look at some vowels really quick. And I want you to look at those vowels through these little words. What you've got here, people, is a chart that you must memorize. Absolutely. Absolutely. Here are the names of the letters, right? You consider the first, it's capital. That's fine. The second, it's lowercase. That's fine. It's not what those are, but for now, that's what I want you to think of them as. You have pronunciation guides here for how do you pronounce gamma, for example. How do you pronounce it? Just like the G in get. Fantastic. What about delta? Just like the D in den. People, couple of words here. Couple of words here, people. Biblion. What do you think that is? That's a book. I want you to look at it. The foundation of your fucking existence is here. Logos. What do you think that is? That's an accounting.
Connection lost.
Democratia. Yeah, wait a minute. Chewy said, wait, isn't that word? Yes. It's an accounting. It's a reckoning. Yes. Democratia. Do you see the word democracy? People, I want you to look at it. Democratia. Democracy. Right under democracy is skeptikos. What's that skeptic doing? He's getting baptizoed. He's getting baptized. Wait a minute. Baptize is a concept that is from Attic Greek? Yes. Do you know where Attic koine derives its expression? It derives it from Attic. If I have dated your mother, how well do you think I know you? No, I said date. Notice I said date. And by that, I mean leave the window open. It's for emergencies. Chewy, write that down. In case of emergency, you don't have to break the glass. You can jump, right? In case, somebody comes home. Anyway, let's keep going. Fantastic. Theatron. People, let's go to the theater with Demosthenes, right? It's going to put me into a coma. Yeah. What about the lotus? People, pick me a lotus, right? And from that lotus, I will drink a measure, metron, of nectar. Of nectar. Old Xerxes didn't have it because he didn't know what a horos was. Do you know where that chorus comes from? Oh, God. Don't be a barbaros. Look at people. Don't be a barbaros. Here it is. This is how you sound because you don't sing when you speak. Like Circe, you don't sing when you speak. So you are a barbaros. Are you kidding me? That's what you sound like, people. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. I need you to make a synthesis. I need to see your psyche, your soul, right? We're going to do some gymnastike, some gymnastics, and we're going to think about philosophia. How are we going to write our philosophy? We're going to write it with character. We're going to turn you all into the Ku Klux so that you, like the oracle, can say the wisest of these Athenians is the one who knows he doesn't know, and his name is Socrates. Yes. 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 Do you see? We learn all together. All together. It's a gymnastics, people. It's a gymnastics. It's a form of exercise. Exercise. Oh, God. What do I want you to do? I want you to read that introduction, right? I want you to familiarize yourself with it. I want you to consider things like accents, the different accents that you can have, people. What? Now, unfortunately, here's what I want you to do. I want you to keep those ideas in your mind after you read them, right? If you and I could sit and have discussions about it, we would, because then you could ask me questions. You could ask me questions. As a matter of fact, that's what we really have to overcome, right? Is that inability, which, by the way, right? Having a side discussion there. I thought they were okay. Thought they were questions. People in the chat, keep us going, right? Well, yes, I have a question. Let's try this, right? Let's try it. Anagram mirror. Oh God, this person's gonna be a smarty. Go ahead. It's gotta be about what we're talking about, though. Don't ask me, right, about anything in the future as we make it applicable to what we're talking about. That's the point, right? You see what those good instructors did, right? You got 2 hours, you cover it, you make the students go through drills, right? Go ahead. If we've got anything relevant, is there a good guide for the accents? Oh God. Oh, that's a beautiful question. Who is that, Anne? Oh, is that Anne? Fantastic. Oh, it's the window. Give me the vision, Anne. No, and there's not. Let me not BS you, right? Let me not BS you. And I'm going to be completely upfront and honest with you. There isn't. Part of the problem, man, is that we don't really know how Greek was pronounced, right? We really don't. Right. Why are you putting up answers? That's what I'm here for. Fantastic. No, we now when I say that with a bit of, it's not like we have no clue, right? But the musicality of ancient Greek, Anne, is coming through what you and I recognize as accents. People will tell you these are changes in pitch. Changes in pitch, right? Okay, wait a minute. What's going on? Is there a rhythm to ancient Greek? Yes. Is there a melody to ancient Greek? Yes. And the only reason I'm telling you that is because I have read texts of grammarians and musicians who say that very thing. There is a musicality of the Greek that distinguishes it from everything else that is barbarian. It's vowels or notes. It's vowels or notes. When you have a one word that ends in a consonant and it comes before another word that starts with another consonant, when you run those things together, they sound like garbage unless you're a bog-trotting barbarian without librarians. Do you understand where you come from? Do you notice that all that vocabulary that I just gave you, that we just went through, that story that we told through the words, you're hearing it. You're hearing it from the English. Little echoes, because you're too crappy English can't pick up those concepts. It can't pull them. It can't harvest them. So what does it do? It steals them from Mother Greek. and takes them from a very flexible form and puts them into a very inflexible form. So you sound a lot dumber than you realize when the dead ancient Greeks are singing. It's a chorus, people. It's a chorus. We got to teach music. We got to teach music. Okay, I want to go back to text. No, we'll give a chance for questions in a minute. Okay, everybody sit down before the spankings commence. Right? Look at rough and smooth breathing. The beginning of your Greek words, right, in some cases may have a rough or smooth breathing. And that just means you put a little puff of air. Look at this Greek word here. It's hexagon in English, right? Hexagonon. Do you hear where I'm putting the accent? This is the accent. What am I doing? I am stretching out that letter. I'm giving it twice the time. Hexagonon. Right? But notice there's a puff of air on the front of it. Hex. Look at it. Hex. You see that little backwards apostrophe? Right? That's an aspiration. Breathe. Puff of air. Puff of air. Right? What? Puff of air. We're singers. Do you understand? We're singers. And every once in a while, we're going to use the breath itself in the song. Look at Helene. Helene. Notice that I'm putting the extra emphasis on the accented epsilon. That just means I'm drawing it out. Fantastic. Right? Oh, God. Oligarchia. Right? Smooth breathing. Right? What happens with the smooth breathing? Look at oligarchia. There's no H sound on the front of it. There's no puff of air. It's not there. Oligarchia. Oligarchy. Oligarchy, right? Which one is this, people? Hypothesis. Look at it. Hypothesis. That's your hypothesis. What is the aspirant on the front? Look at it. It says, hey, I'm a rough breathing. You need to breathe on me, baby. Right? Oh, God. Breathing. Look, there's breathing, people. We get to long and short vowels. Look, we have long and short vowels. Right? People, what do they sound like? Look at the key. Look at the key. Here's alpha, right? Now, what's funny is I actually don't want to start with alpha because it's a bad example. I want to start with upsilon. Upsilon. The upsilon has a long version, right? Ooh. And it has a short version, right? Or right? Gymnastike versus psyche. Look at over here. Psyche versus gymnastike. See the gum versus psu. Right? The vowels have different lengths. Now, unfortunately, the in American English, the difference between father and drama, right, is a little bit difficult to detect, right? So, I'm going to read over, right? Look at dramatikos, right? Oh, how do I accent? People? I want you to consider APU, the ultima, the penultima, and the antepenultima. What? These are the last three syllables of your word. If your word is three or more syllables, right? Right? We're going to accent on one of those last three syllables. And the length of the vowel will determine where the accent will end up. And what's even worse than that is that some accents like to stay in certain places. So they will do everything they can not to get pulled away from that center of gravity. That accent is the center of gravity of the word. And some accents will refuse. I just can't move. Some accents will be attracted by weightiness. When you are a weighty vowel, you attract the accent. Oh, God. I can't be three back. I can't be on that antepenult. Do you understand me? If that ultima has that long accent, its gravity will pull me. Now, people, you just asked me, what about accents? Right? What do you need to know for the training? Wherever you see one of these accents, I want you to turn it into a barbaric accent of stress. Right? I want you to turn it into stress, and I want you to lengthen that vowel. Give me the text one more time. Accent, right? What kinds do we have? Acutes, grave, right? Circumflex. That's what we've got. Those are the accents. Look at them. Think about them, right? Memorize them. What is an acute? What is a grave? Right? They're kind of brother and sister, and then you've got a circumflex, right? A raising of the musical pitch. Not for us, it's not. For us, it's just stress. Why? Because we are barbarians learning a language of music. Can you imagine what the musicians who can use this language can do? Imagine this, people. All of those considerations of musicians, like rhythm, right? Rhythm, tone, tone. What mode are you in? What is your speech? What is its mode? Can you imagine if you had to use your tongue like a musician uses their guitar? What would you be able to do? Do you feel like a cosmic dumbass? You should. And I should. We all should. It's not all money. It's not all money. This is what the schools of music are for. They purge you. The music and the medicine, they go together, right? What kind? Can we diagnose society X, at time Z? Sure we can. What is their music like? Just take a sampling of their music historically. I mean, as you're traveling through time, you have to say, okay, I'm going to analyze which is the proper origin of this type of society, right? Well, where do we see these groups come about? You study this through time, right? It's history. It's an inquiry. It's an inquiry. Those are Greek terms, right? History, right? And what do? You can find the places that produce the same thing, right? Analyze it, figure it out. When you do that kind of thing with language, what you're going to find in the case of ancient Greek is that there is a connection with music that drops everything else. It's something the Greeks themselves recognized and said the world is divided into two types of people: those who use Mother Greek and those who barbar. Think of it, people. How much more difficult would your life be if you had to speak as song, right? If you had to speak in song. The reason that they say Circe was so good at this particular process is that she and her family had pioneered the use of polypharmaceutical cocktails to create a greater language. The physical expression of the invisible logos. All of this comes to us through their priesthood. Last night I told you, I showed you in the Greek, I didn't tell you, I showed you in the Greek that she is the one who is sexually aroused. And there was another word following it. And we didn't talk about what it meant. What it meant. It means one who thirsts for blood, one who loves the slaughter. You can't have satyrs without slaughter. You can't have maenads without slaughter. Slaughter and venom. These are the people who learned how to burn off mortality. Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk to that which is beyond? Do you want to interact with that which is beyond? Martha, quick, turn it off. Turn it off. It's too late. I'm coming to you tonight in your dreams. It's too late. People, I just showed you the Bible at the beginning of this. And it's all what we've been talking about. Isn't it glorious? It's glorious. This is the power of Greek. I know you know that. Okay, now a couple things I want to talk about. And before we do, what I'm going to do is we're going to go to Unit 1, but I'm going to take a break and Chewy's going to play one of her videos just at random for us, a little bitty break. And people, this is what we did in intensive Greek at Berkeley, right? You can't sit there all day, right? So take yourself a little break. Put us on a hoo-ha. Let's go. Sure, do that one. That's nice. To see Bart. Now, people, this can be a lesson, right? Why was it that Bart was taken off his base, right? Why was it that in front of the whole world, he not only, he set himself up and then, boom, right? You saw him turn around. Christ, we can't translate it. It's a drug here, isn't it? Danny's like trying to figure out it's a drug, right? And you can see him and his soul is in the balance. It's in the balance. And what happens? Nope. Now, right? Where did we go wrong, must they say, when they're finished with the fight? It's the training, people. It's the training, right? Fantastic. Go to the Unit 1. People, there's a few things. I always start with the vocabulary at the end of the unit, and I want you to start sucking this vocabulary in. Do you understand me? This is how this works. If you don't memorize this vocabulary, you cannot go on. Do you understand me? You don't go on. You don't go on if you don't memorize it. Oh, do you look at how much long this is? Right? Fantastic, people. You've got to learn this vocabulary. And I want to take you, before you even look at the Greek, I want you just to look at the English and I want you to say, where am I? If I step off my spaceship right now, my space-time ship, where am I? Number 1, marketplace. Well, that sounds promising. Hey, people, don't think some little stalls and bullshit like that. We're talking about cities that built places like the Temple of Artemis, the greatest wonder of the ancient world. You'll find out in the future. They vote on it, right? It's the time traveling historians, right? It's a big deal. We got to answer it. Brothers, we've got human beings, we've got books. Do we have books, people? Are we the society that created books? We're the language. This is the first, people. Look at the language over here. Biblion. That is the first occurrence ever, right? What are you looking at? You're looking at the origin of books. Where is the origin of books? It's with Mother Greek. It's with Mother Greek. What else do we have in the English? We have gifts. Uh-oh, we've got bribes. shit. People, right? Right? Does anything change? Does anything change? Right? We've got some directional, prepositional stuff, right? Into, from, in. We've got works. We've got gods. We've got gods. Now, you see that word goddess? Take off the DESS. That's a bog trotting barbarian bullshit deception. Artemis was a god. If you can't worship a woman, you have come to the wrong language. You have come to the wrong language. If you are a misogynist, you're going to have a very tough time. Misogynist is a Greek word. Why? Because we wanted to identify you. Why do you think Aristotle and Theophrastus are doing all that botany and zoology? They're identifying. You're a misogynist. You're not going to do well here if you can't worship a lady. Oh, love it. Love it. Gorgeous. Satanic congregation, what do you think about worshiping ladies? Right? Does anybody have something they want to say in just a word or two? Right? Like, hell yeah, maybe? Or buy me a ticket on that train? God, bunch of satirical simpery. And when I say satirical, I mean having to do with satyrs. Right? There's a reason. There's a reason for the rising in the season, right? Right? Do you have satyriasis? This is a commercial. Should we have a commercial, people, for satyriasis? What do I do if I've got satyriasis and my eunuch, who's a eunuch for the kingdom of heaven's sake, needs to be cleaned out? I gotta go to the doctor and get a douche from my eunuch because of my satyriasis. Don't get caught without the klusma. What? What? Do you understand what that meant? It was a commercial. It was a commercial. Well, it was a dude with satyriasis who needed the klizma for his eunuch for the kingdom of heaven. Right? Yes. Okay. I know it's confusing. These people were into it. Right? Praise Jesus, man. God, people, it's funny. You want to know until you start to realize what it means. And then you're like, oh, right? Who wants to read the Epstein files? Do you really want to read the Epstein files? Do you want to face truth, justice in the American way? Do you want to? Once you get into it, it's going to change your world. It's going to change your world. The power to transform people. Oh, God. Who wants nemesis? Right? Those victims want nemesis. They victims or survivors? I don't know what to call them. Veterans. They're veterans of life. Right? Those are hardcore veterans. There's some wisdom, deep wisdom in those veterans. They know things. They know things that you do not, and they should pass that on. We should be going to them. That's who we should be going to. Fantastic. Right? Hail Nemesis. Who wants Nemesis? Right? Are you a worshiper of Nemesis, Satanic congregation? Who isn't? Who isn't here for Nemesis? Because if you are, the door is right there. Where is it? We're at 387. Is that what it says? Okay. Oh, look, somebody just left. That, hey, yo, everybody into that person's dream tonight. Do you understand me? We all meet in that person's dream. Love it. Party at that person's noggin. right? Oh, God. Give me unit one. Are you sure this man is certified? Oh, yeah, he's certified. People, we have battles. We have words. We have islands. We have roads and houses. We got a guy named Homer, right? We got a guy named Homer. We're going to talk about educating and teaching people. We're going to talk about art and skill and craft. You know, this is all soul. This is all soul, people. These are the words that you must come to learn. What is soul? Psyche. Psyche. Find out. Hora. Techne. What is that place you live in, that hora? What is the skill that you use? Techne. Are you going to paideo me? Are you a pedagogue? Are you going to teach me? Are you going to send me places? My name is Homeros. Homeros. Homero. Ho. Homer. Homer. Nominative. Homer. Genitive. Homer. Definite article. Masculine. Nominative. Singular. Do you hear everything that you have to identify? Paidewe, people. What are the six principal parts of Paidewo? They're in the back of your book in your exercise section, aka your appendix. Right? You're going to find a whole list of them. It's like several pages, people. Several pages. What are the six principal parts of Paidewo? Do you see what we do with ancient Greek? We don't learn it like you would learn a modern barbaric language. We learn it as scientists. We analyze it. Let's keep going. We're almost, trust me. Unit one. People, what are you going to learn in Unit one? You're going to learn nouns. You're going to learn nouns. Look at all these wonderful, beautiful nouns. Here's a sexy noun. Look at this. Here's your skill and your soul, your land and your marketplace. We've got four ladies here. These are feminine nouns. Oh, God. Oh, God. People, look at this. We're going to divide these nouns up so that you can see. Look, they all have similarities. Look at the first, techne, right? That's the skill. And then all of a sudden, the back end of techne, the end of the word, the termination of the word begins changing its form. Look, here it's an A, here it's an ace, here it's an A. And I, unlike the authors, want you to pronounce the iota subscript. Techne. Techne. I want to hear it, right? Okay. And look, here it turns into an ain. Look at all these shape changes. I, on, ice, os. People, the reason that Greek has millions of unique word forms is because it can transform in front of your eyes. This is one of the powers of Mother Greek. One of the powers that gives it its flexibility. Because now I can take a word. Watch this, people. Let's just transform this word. Watch this. This is brilliant, right? Look at the word techne, right? I'm going to use this one with this ending if it's going to be doing the action of the verb, if it's my subject. This one I'm going to use ending in eta sigma if there's some kind of possession, right? So the skill is beautiful. I'm going to use this, right? If we're talking about a possession, if it belongs to the art itself, right? Part of our artistic platform, right, is anthropology. When you're a classical philologist, it is a group within a larger group. What about this one? Techne. Yeah, How about if we use it as an instrument? Let's put this ending on it, a, if it becomes an instrument for something. Okay. What about technane? Well, we're going to make it look like that if it's going to be acted upon. If somebody's going to be acting upon it, we want to see it tagged this way. Right? Now, people are going to say, oh, there's all sorts of other cases. There's all sorts of this. Okay, now that's only one aspect. There are lots of other highly inflected language. Your language is not sophisticated based upon how many different cases you've got. Right? All of those cases, they're going to be handled in specific ways. It provides for a flexibility that you can take a word and you can not just create the concept like in barbarian English. When I say skill, if I throw skill out to you, you don't know anything about it. You don't know if it's doing anything. You don't know if it's receiving anything. You don't know if it's a device. You don't know if it's a part of a group. You don't know these things. Right? So you lose flexibility in our operating system, our native operating systems. Okay, give me the couple more. Look at the soul, people. Psyche, psychology. Are you surprised? Are you surprised? Oh God, do you have agoraphobia? Agora is the marketplace, right? Open space for sellers and buyers. Do you understand? We're not making mud brick. People, can we have a serious conversation? We are not making mud brick. Now, hopefully, I just offended 3/4 of the population out there who knows Near Eastern archaeology and history. Do you understand? Oh, God. Hopefully, we offended them. No, trust me, people, there's a reason for all this. You don't get democracy without Mother Greek. Think about that for a minute. Historically, you have a language that is associated with freedom. You have religions that are based in freedom and an ecstasy inducing God of freedom. Yeah, all through the language. Can you have the mystery without Mother Greek? And the answer is absolutely, undeniably not. No, you can't. Sorry. No, you can't. Absolutely, you can't. Why not? When you make visible death, when you find that mechanism for resurrection, when you bring back that person to burn off their mortality, you create perfection. Do you see psyche? Oh, do you see psyche? Do you see your soul? Who, people? Who is the lover of the soul? Now, listen, we're talking analogia so that we can see the invisible. Who is the lover of the soul? The devil, people. The one with the wings. That handsome devil himself who carries the poison. He guards love. And if you listen to him, you're going to end up naked with your eyes open. Oh, God. Lover of the soul. Fantastic. Yahoo didn't have a chance from the beginning, right? He didn't have a chance. Okay, people, all of this is in this language. All of this is in this language. Now, what do you have to do? This chapter, look, people, there's things you have to memorize. Do you see these charts? Call these paradigms. I want you to go through these paradigms. Knock off this vocative. Knock that thing off. Right? I can go a month and not see a vocative. Do you understand me? Reading every day. I can go a month and not see a vocative. Okay. Don't worry about vocatives. I want you to register in your braino that they are there. But what I want you to memorize is the a, ace, a, ain. I want you to memorize the nominative, genitive, dative, accusative. A, ace, a, ain. This is your manual, people. Unless you put this in your brain, you're not going anywhere. You won't be able to keep up with the flexibility. Sorry. Right. A, ace, a, ain. And in the plural, I own, ice, us. Nominative, genitive, dative, accusative. This is how I'm going to use the text. I'm going to read it and I'm going to memorize those paradigms so that I could say them. If Almond says, hey, Cruz, give me all the feminine nouns, right? Give me all first declension endings for feminine nouns. Oh, God, you're going to give them to me. Right? Look at this nerdliness. By the way, what is this? What is this nerdliness? Now, people, do you see that we're reading forwards, backwards? What are we doing? Right? Where is our motion? You have three cases, the accusative, the dative, and the genitive of the four that I want you to concern yourself with, the nominative being the fourth, right? Nominative, genitive, dative, accusative, in that order. Do you hear me? Do you hear you're going to have to copy what I'm doing. I'm giving the right order. Nominative, genitive, dative, accusative. You're going to find out what those do in this chapter. Look, just for a minute, conceptually, you've got a box, right? Your accusatives are expressing motion toward, right? Or motion into. Motion to or motion into. I'm going to go towards something, right? I'm going to go into something. Bring it back up. Accusative. What is the dative doing? It's the in, on, and the under. It's in the same place. We're not talking motion. The dative is a place of rest. You are resting on something or in something or under something. What is that genitive expressing? It's expressing the opposite of the accusative, the motion away from or out of. Now, for those of you who have brains, unlike mine, that you can just jump ahead logically and you can figure everything out, put this together. I just told you the genitive is a case of possession. I told you what it's about, groups within groups. Why is that a motion out of something? Because when you distinguish a group within a group, you are creating motion from, you are distinguishing. Do you see what the logic is doing? Mother Greek is driven by logic. Deadly gorgeous mathematical musical logic. Ah, I love it. Harmony, people. How do you achieve when you wake up in the morning as you're sitting there talking, are you thinking about the harmony that your voice is producing? Don't do that. That's cacophonic. We want euphony. Mother Greek demands euphony, not cacophony. Those are all Greek terms. You can tell how advanced the language is by how self-aware it is. All of you AI nerds, listen to that, put it into your brain, and I'll see you tonight. Yes, I'll be wearing the same thing in your dream that I always wear. Put that together. You're dealing with Mother Greek. You're dealing with song, dealing with music. Fantastic. People. Okay. Conceptual. That's just a conceptual breakdown of what's going on with these different cases, right? If you want a basic breakdown, people, of the cases, the girl gives the rose to the boy. The girl is your nominative subject. Give is your verb. It's your action or being, right? Your word of action or being. The accusative is the direct object. What does she give? She gives the rose. But you can have a dative there. There's a third party here, right? When it's not the girl, it's not the rose, it's another person who is affected indirectly. And that person is the boy because it's given to him. The girl gives the rose to the boy. All right. Now, that is your barbarian breakdown. Now, I don't want you to get stuck in that mode, right? That's translator's mode. I don't want you to get stuck in that mode. I want you to take from the Greek itself, right? I want you to understand how these Greek cases are being used, right? Again, 1 through 4, vocative, right? We don't need the vocative, right? Okay, just so you can see it, right? There are the cases. Fantastic. Okay, let's do something backwards. Um, gender, people. You're going to learn about nouns. You're going to memorize a lot of vocabulary, and you're going to try some translation of your own. You're going to look at the exercises, and you're going to try some translation of your own. Right. Next time that we meet, we will translate a few of the exercises together just so you can see how it's done. And I want to see how your minds are learning it and whether or not you're memorizing what you should be memorized. People, this YouTube method of teaching you ancient Greek requires on your part extreme concentration. Do you understand me? And discipline. What is it that people lack who fail out of intensive ancient Greek? They lack discipline. They lack discipline. Memorize this vocabulary. Memorize it. Are you kidding me? Flash up the vocabulary before we do it, right? Flash it up, people. People, memorize this. Are you ready? You want to put me on slow? I think people prefer me in slow, right? People don't like it when I go fast. Put me on 0.5, right? Agora, agoras, hey, marketplace, adelphos, adelphuho, brother, anthropos, anthropuho, person, biblion, bibliuto, book, doron, doruto, gift, is, into, ek, out of, in, or on, ergon, ergu, to, work, theos, theu, ho, or he, depending on whether your God is a creator or a dude with seed. Kai and logos, or even logos. Okay, just logos is too complicated. It's complicated for word, speech, or story. But right, for your barbarian brain, good catch, Chewy. For your barbarian brain, just for now, think word or speech, some kind of story. Mahe, a battle. Mahe, mahes, he. Nesos, nesu, he, island. Ho, he, ta. Those are the definite articles. They just all mean the. But the thing is, we're going to use those. We're going to manipulate them. Hodos, hodu, he, road, oikia, oikias, he, house. Homeros, homeru, ho, homer. Couple of verbs, paidewe, pimpe, right? To teach or to send. Techne, technes, he, art or skill. Hora, horas, he, land, country, psyche, psyches, hey, soul. And then we get the little interjection. People, what is an interjection? Right? This is what you use with the vocative. Oh, Socrates, you are dressed like a bum. Right? He did. No, he dressed and he stank too, right? What's wrong, Socrates? You hygiene, personal hygiene. You know, that's a Greek word, right? Fantastic. Let's keep going. People are like, Socrates didn't stink. Shut up. Right? Okay, people. By the way, there's a lot of vocabulary notes. Read these, read these, read these. They're fun. Right? Nice little notes. If you are disciplined and you do exactly what I say, you're going to be in good shape. Okay. And we're going to see next time if you can do it, if you can keep up with me. Right? Perfect. Perfect, people. It's a plan. We're talking about nouns. We're getting to the very end of this unit. We're talking about nouns. This is what I want you to consider. Nouns have gender, number, and case, and here are defined for you what are the genders, the numbers, and the cases of those nouns, what those things mean and do, what is masculine, feminine, and neuter. Isn't it funny? You got to figure out sex right off the bat. All right? Number, people. I thought, okay, just stop. Let me look into their faces. People of Satanic Congregation who are learning your Greek. Right? There are three genders. There are three genders. There are three numbers. You say, wait a minute, what are you talking about? Bear with me. You can have in the cosmos a monad, a singularity. You can have a dyad, a duality, or you can have a plurality, a fullness. Play it all more. My God. What? Do you understand? This is the concept of number. And in number, you can have a singularity, a duality, or a plurality. We're just talking straight up math, geometry. Do you understand me? Perfect. Okay. In Greek, those nouns can have a singularity, a plurality, or a duality. They have duals? Yeah, they have duals. You can have something, a singularity, a dog. You can have duality, two dogs, or you can have a plurality, a whole corral of dogs. Who cares how many of them there are? There's either three or more if you want to do the accounting of the logical reckoning. Do you know what I'm teaching you? The logical reckoning. This is the Logos. In the beginning was the Logos. I told you, Logos, you can't limit, right? It's a serious concept. Now, people, you and I are still not hearing the music, right? The best that we can do is hear it reflected in wherever the gravity, wherever the accent is in that concept. I'll show you that as we learn Greek together. You'll learn the center, the gravity well of a word, of the Logos. Oh, God. It's the reflection of the music, right? Fantastic. Fantastic. Oh, God. It's overwhelming, isn't it? Okay, go back to the beginning of the chapter because we're at the end here. People, gender, number, and case. Case is something new to you, and I want you just to read and memorize the case system. Do you understand? They're going to tell you Indo-European. What are you going to do? You're going to ignore it. Whenever you see Indo-European, I want you to stop reading that paragraph and I want you to jump down to the next. These guys were sucking on Indo-European. Like you can't, these are the biggest, people. If you're around, I know, this is going to piss off a lot of people, but if you're around someone and they start if they say Indo-European, this person is a psychological um, I was gonna say I can't come up with the you're gonna end up in a back alley. Okay. You're gonna that was the expression. Chewy, thanks. Cover your butt. Do you understand? Cover your butts, people. We're gonna go into the alley. As soon as you hear Indo-European, cover your butt. Psychologically. Children of Mr. Rogers, psychologically. Do you understand? Fantastic. Oh God. Love it. Give me the page. People, what do I want you to do? I want you to read these case systems and to understand them, to understand what it's telling you when it explains a dative case to you. Right? I want you to understand that because this is how we're going to translate. We're going to use these cases. Whatever is in a box, I want you to treat that like I'm going to come in sometime and inspect your room, and I'm going to toss it, and I'm going to throw your stuff around, and I'm going to scream at you as you're standing there watching me devastate your life that you've worked so hard on, and you're going to tell me what a nominative, what a genitive, what a dative, and what an accusative are. You understand? That's what you have to do. Right? You want to get there with me? That's where we got to go. What do you have in here? You have feminine nouns, the first declension, and you have masculine and neuter nouns of the second declension. They have laid out for you all of these endings. A declension is just a category. Do you understand me? We're just categorizing nouns. Why are we categorizing nouns? Because grammar and the study of grammar are Greek concepts. Do you think that when I teach classical Greek, do you think that I'm not going to use the methods that they themselves developed? Do you think I'm going to come up with something stupid like they did in the 90s and say, oh, we're going to teach just by cartoon books, pictures, and funny, we'll throw in words and just be kind of, what they call it? Inferential or something. It was stupid. Like a bunch of hippies had overdosed and were trying to communicate through visions of the clouds. Do you understand? There's no organization in that. If you're going to be part of the mystery and you're going to work with Theriac and the death inducers, you can't be allowed to be the hippie. You understand? People are like, don't use hippie, right? If you're a hippie out there, a member of Satanic Congregation, realize you're not a hippie. I free you. I free you. Okay. People, what do I want you to do? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look away from you and I'm going to ask you, please understand what I want you to do is I want you to read Unit 1. I want you to memorize the first and the second declension endings. I want you to memorize your vocabulary. Once you memorize your vocabulary and your declensional endings, I want you to move on to the exercises. And I want you to begin to attempt to translate. Now, where will you be? You will be in a place where you find it very difficult even to read, to pronounce these words. Okay? Do you understand? You will be in a place of total confusion. Was I talking to the fridge? No. I was talking to you. I was just steering it with my polarity switched. Right? Why do you think we read? Did we read from the end to the beginning or from the beginning to the end? Which of you barbarians wants to tell me? Do we start on the left side of the page or the right when we get into our circus troupe and we just plod along, bog trotting, No. We go backwards and we go forwards. We go all directions. They call it boustrophodon. Wait, there's a Greek term for this as well? Yes. They call it the way. The way of that bous. Right? Does anybody else love cows? I love cows, personally. Right? How are we going to follow the track? Whee! You know, there's no separations between words in ancient Greek, right? Right? You just get a long line, right? Why would you do that? You would think it would be easier. It is. It's easier to cut those words up, to divide them, and to make punctuation. But Mother Greek doesn't want you to divide. Mother Greek wants you to receive harmony. Right? People, next, and you. We're going to come in here and I'm going to bring you a text to start out to look at. And I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to start with your exercises, just to do with us in the morning. And we've day. You're going to come back and we're going to start off translating exercises in Unit 1. And we're going to go over those things with a fine-tooth comb. And we're going to look at some Greek like we did tonight. Bring up the Deuteronomy one more time. People, I just want you to realize all of these terms. We have been learning all of these terms on Lady Babylon. The prophets, the mantics, right? All of their pollutions. Those pollutions, people, are what is promised to return. Do you understand what the apocalypse is? The apocalypse is the return of the abomination. Shall we sit in the temple? Shall we sit in the temple? Why is it so creepy? Why is it so creepy? Do you feel the edge? That's the satanic Bacchic tone. You are not supposed to be comfortable. Now, who wants to see the Epstein files? Who wants to see them? Do you know who's blocking it? Moses. Right? Fuck Moses. Her name was Moso, and she was a creator of the Echidnaic mystery. Thank you for coming tonight to You. I appreciate the fact that you would give your time to the largest Greek course in human history. These authors, they used 300, I think they said over 300 of their students over a period of years to refine this course. Right? I will use you by the thousand. And Mother Greek will draw them through our example. Discipline yourselves, people. Learn these forms, learn the vocabulary, and do some exercises. And don't worry if you're stuttering with pronunciation. Don't worry if your accents don't make sense to you. Go. Thank you for coming tonight. Hail Satan.
It's Ursus, the